If you want a pastrami sandwich, go to Cask Delhi. If you want a chopped cheese, come to Haji Delhi.
This, my friends, is the story of the real New Yorker's sandwich and the people who keep the legacy alive.
I've been eating here for 20 years.
Any tourist in the world know where the hot dog is, but only New Yorkers know where the chopped cheese is.
On 110th and 1st Avenue, inside the bodega best known as Haji's, we meet Salah.
My name is Salah Al-Hubayshi, and I'm the manager of Haji's Deli and Grocery for 15 years. We actually invented chopped cheese.
Yo, boss, let me get 2 chopped cheese with everything on it.
Lettuce, tomato, pickle, ketchup.
Put bacon on it too. Salt, pepper, and vinegar.
The ingredients is 1 burger, for example, or 2 burgers. You chop it up good, and then you put it with some seasoning. That's the secret, the seasoning, and whatever you like lettuce, tomatoes, onion, and that's a sandwich. It's an Arabic food, but we don't add cheese over there. But when we come here, we do cheese on it. On a roll is $3.75. On a hero, that costs like $5.
Haji's is located in a part of New York that's made up of various kinds of people with a variety of incomes. So keeping chopped cheese at a price point everyone can afford has been a top priority. In fact, the chopped cheese has only gone up $1 in the last decade.
We are here for a long time, helping the community and serving the community. Chopped cheese is like everything to the community because it's affordable and delicious, so everybody like it. We sell about 200 chopped cheeses a day.
Gospel of the chopped cheese has spread beyond Harlem and into bodegas far and wide, attracting loyal New Yorkers everywhere it appears. But in the end, it all comes back to Haji's and Salah.
They eat chopped cheese every day. But for me, sometimes I don't eat it with cheese. I make it like a chopped hamburger. It's the same thing, but no cheese. So I'm trying to lose weight, that's all.
Lion dancing dates back to the Tang Dynasty in China. It was really meant to ward off the evil spirits and welcome the good ones. I am a 20-something-year-old millennial, but I still hold this piece of tradition.
This great big story is inspired by Genesis.
Grab 3 rings and make 3 lines. I was born and raised in Chinatown. We do have a lot of the Chinese traditions that they've come over and carried on and passed on to us. Line dancing is really important to Chinatown because it is a traditional sport. It's something that a lot of people do come out and they celebrate around Chinese New Year. Typically includes at least 2 people per set. In a lion, you'll have somebody who plays the lion head and then somebody who plays the tail. When you first come in, you walk through the door, you can't just pick up a lion head. It takes about a year for you to be able to work your way up to that level. Kung Fu is the foundation of lion dance. Their stances and their leg work is extremely important. We're having you train in your footwork and your stances, making sure that you're strong enough to physically hold yourself through a routine, but also a lion head, because a lion head is heavy. It's typically anywhere between 15 to 30 pounds. Typically, we teach different routines for each of the lines, just because you never know which one you're going to play. You can see us line dancing in the streets. Any time where there is a community event, we'll usually partake in them. In Chinatown, a lot of people are familiar with line dancing and they get really pumped and excited for it. So just the energy and the atmosphere for me is 10 times better. It's really important for all of us that we are educated about line dancing and we do carry it on, just because it is kind of a lost art here in America. For me, when I do have children one day, I would like to pass that on to them as well. I think it's really important. I think it's what makes our family our family.
If you come to this location the week of Thanksgiving, it will blow your mind. I mean, thousands and thousands of pies. I don't think they sleep, they just bake.
Thanksgiving is our busiest time of the year, and we are making about 12 to 15,000 pies that week. To know that we are putting so many pies out of this one small place in Brooklyn, and then it's going to go into kitchens or dining room tables all over the city. It's really an amazing feeling. My name is Petra Paredes, and I am the owner of PD's Pie Company. To me, a great pie has a really tender and flavorful crust, and the filling is really nice and balanced. So I don't want it to just be sweet. If it's a fruit pie, I want it to be sweet and a little tart, just like biting into a nice piece of fruit. As a kid, I didn't always know what my friends' parents did. They worked in offices. My parents had a pie bakery and they made pies. So it was very straightforward and simple, and wherever we went, we brought pies. So it's always been such a big deal to us. Even when we went to other restaurants, we would buy pies to try. Thanksgiving was always a really bustling and busy time. I have 3 siblings. We would stay home from school because my parents were simply too busy to take us to school. And we would work alongside our parents. We were wrapping pies, we were getting pies for orders, greeting customers and going back to retrieve their pies. And for us, it felt like a really fun and important thing to do. We were always super exhausted, so we would go to Thanksgiving dinner at my aunt and uncle's house. But for us, just sort of culling down into a few pie selections for Thanksgiving dinner is super tricky. So we would tend to bring usually around like 20 pies. We're heading over to the Borough Hall Green Market, which is where we're going to pick up some pumpkins. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that when they buy a can of pumpkin at the store, they are typically made with neck pumpkins, which sort of look like an elongated butternut squash. It's not the little round orange pumpkins typically that you identify as a pumpkin. They are essentially the same botanically with minor differences. For me, a butternut squash or a blend of butternuts and kabochas, those are the nicest produce to use to make a pumpkin pie. A lot of my recipes come from my dad's recipes as a starting point, and then I change them. But there are some pies that I encountered just sort of by chance. When we first started our bakery, my husband told me about the New York Public Library's menu project, where they upload old restaurant menus from New York City and beyond. One really interesting pie that I kept seeing on these menus was Nestle Road pie. It used to be a New York classic pie offering that sort of went extinct, and that made me want to make my own version of it. Pumpkin pie is the sort of quintessential Thanksgiving pie. I think it's because it's part of that mythology of our apocryphal first Thanksgiving. It's a perfect symbol of sharing because it is one dish that we cut up and we distribute among the table. And that sort of circle, the shape of a pie itself sort of represents wholeness. And I think there's a sort of cultural significance of it being a combination of squash or pumpkins that are native to the Americas being blended with European culinary traditions. I've read a lot about pumpkin pies. One of the original proto pumpkin pies may have been a pumpkin that has been hollowed out and with a sweet custard, just sugar, eggs, and cream baked inside of it. Way back in history, pie crust was often a baking vessel. I'm talking, the medieval ages, perhaps. It would be a sort of almost more like a pot that has been made out of flour and water. You could eat it if you had to, but you would more likely eat the contents out of it and then use it again. And these days, luckily, we don't have to resort to that. And we can make a nice, tender, buttery crust that we actually want to eat.
Woohoo! No, I haven't had a pumpkin pie before. I'm excited.
I've never had a pumpkin pie before, nor have I ever wanted to have a pumpkin pie. Just does not appeal to me.
I've been to a few Thanksgivings, but I normally ate so much at the beginning that there wasn't much room left at the end.
Yeah, I like pumpkin. Eat pumpkin probably mostly around Halloween. Sometimes it's in certain foods I eat. They have like a pumpkin that you put in. So I'm the guy to eat some pumpkin pie.
You know what I am? I haven't actually tried pumpkin pie before. This is new.
Halloween is about as close as I get to even seeing a pumpkin all year.
If I had to guess what's in a pumpkin pie, obviously the first thing would be pumpkin, but I'm not too sure what else would be in a pie. I'm assuming, we're looking at the base, like, well, obviously bread.
I think there's pumpkin in it.
My first guess is going to be some sort of pumpkin or gourd, squash, sugar, hoping butter.
I'm going to assume pumpkin, and then cinnamon.
Pumpkin in pastries or can think of. If something's got that in there, I'll be happy.
Okay. How big a bite are we talking? Go for the end.
I might go crust end because I want like a 50-50. I want like some, you know.
Oh, it's so moist and squishy. Oh God, that was easy. Ooh.
It's a good pie. It's a good pie. You ain't getting it back. I'm gonna eat it.
The pumpkin's not that strong. It's sweet, but not too sweet. Pastry's nice and firm. I like a cold tart. I'm gonna have another bite.
Yeah, it's giving cheesecake.
To test it again, let me see what's the taste in it.
That's incredibly tasty. It reminds me of carrot cake.
It tastes amazing. I don't even like pumpkin.
Wow, that's incredible.
I'm feeling like a American bald-headed eagle right now. That's how much I'm loving this pie.
Genuinely very tasty. Petey's pies.
The idea came from my father. He told me about their pictures on the walls in the subway station. 20 years later, after going through everything, school, college, and all that stuff, I thought I would finally give it a look and just see what my father was talking about. It was going to be a short article. I was going to illustrate some stations with some pictures and tell the stories. But it kind of ran away with me.
This great big story is inspired by Genesis.
What I set out to do is make a record of the appearance of the subway stations in New York City. I take drawings of the mosaic or faience designs on the walls which embellish the stations. I devote as much of my time as I can to doing it. Evenings, weekends, vacation time even. You know, it's a sort of a consuming project. So far, I've completed 4 volumes, volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. My ambition is to take care of all the lines until all 496 or 469, 470 stations have been recorded and seen. Why am I doing it? Okay. My purpose in doing this study is to make a record of what we've got. I want to document when it was done and who did it. So that's what I want to do. That's my focus, is to give credit to those who made it possible. I really started in earnest in 1978, and I thought I'd get this project finished and wrapped up by the year 2030. But perhaps I have to re-estimate and suggest maybe closer to 2040. I'll be in my 90s then. Hope I can still see. The pleasure of doing the job is is payment. I'm committed to it, that's all. It's my purpose, it's my life. It's become my identity. So I have to live up to it.
Truffles are just such an elusive, mysterious ingredient. These are the Spanish winter black truffles. They're from Aragon. They just have this alluring earthiness quality that I've never tasted before. They kept me totally obsessed with them for almost 10 years now. My name is Ian Prakayastha, and I procure hard-to-find ingredients from around the world, mainly fresh truffles. I'm a dealer of sorts. I deal truffles out of my car. It definitely has this underground element. When I was younger, people used to call me the Truffle Boy. I started when I was 15, and I'm now 24. I'm constantly on the hunt for identifying the most desirable regions that produce the very best truffles.
Smell really nice. Where are these guys from?
Spain. They've never been successfully cultivated on a commercial scale, and they grow underground, and they're obviously extremely rare and hard to find. That's why they're worth their weight in gold. As soon as a truffle is found, the clock is constantly ticking because there's only a 7-day shelf life. They're 98% water. Every single day that a truffle is unused, it's evaporating. I still get excited every time I get a new truffle shipment in. They are sent from Europe to JFK, where they're cleared by FDA, USDA, Homeland Security, and Customs. I sort them, I go through every single truffle looking for imperfections. And then I basically hop in the car, the box full of truffles, all right, and sell to 90% of the fine dining restaurants in New York. Everyone from David Chang to Sean Brock to 11 Madison Park, Le Bernardin, a variety of Michelin-starred restaurants. During truffle season, we import around $200,000 worth of truffles a week. A small amount of truffles could be anywhere from 5 to 15,000. We're dealing with quite a lot of valuable product. I'm doing something that I love. It doesn't even feel like work anymore. My warehouse smells like truffles, my car smells like truffles, my apartment, it's like I can't escape truffles. It's like they're smothering me, which is a great problem to have, I guess.
What do you call a group of cats?
Oh, let me check on that. It's called a clouder of cats.
This Great Big Story was made possible by Lexus. Experience amazing.
If you have a question, any question, there's a number you can call.
917-275-6975.
And a librarian at the New York Public Library will try to answer it for you.
Hello, thanks for calling Ask NYPL.
We have 10 librarians on the team, and we answer any question that you may have over the telephone. In the office today, we have Matthew, Bernard, Serena, Diane, and me. Our department, Ask NYPL, began in 1967. We started answering questions over the telephone, but people have been reaching out to librarians for as long as there have been libraries.
The New York Public Library has actually saved records of some of the more interesting questions they've been asked over the years. Like, is there a full moon every night in Acapulco? Why do 18th century English paintings have so many squirrels in them, and how do they tame them so they wouldn't bite the painter? Are Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates one and the same person? In a world of Google, it's a bit surprising to know that they get around 30,000 calls per year. My question is, why?
Oftentimes people might not have access to the technology at home, and I honestly think some just want somebody to talk to.
So the next time you have a question, like, how many teeth does a great white shark have? You can call this number.
917-275-6975.
That'll ring inside of this building, up on this floor, and maybe Bernard or Rosa will pick up, and they'll answer it for you.
They have about 300 serrated teeth.
Nestled in between the Skincare Love Beauty Spa and Advani's Pest Control School here in Elmhurst, Queens, is Indo Java, a 2-aisle mini-mart for all things Indonesian. But every Tuesday, it turns into the city's smallest restaurant with truly authentic Indonesian food.
Hi! Welcome to Warung Selasa.
You're in luck. You got the best table in the house.
This is the one. Have a seat.
It's also the only table.
My name is Devi Chayadi. I'm the owner of the Indo Java. We opened Indo Java 10 years ago. Every Tuesday, I cook right here for all the customer. We call Warung Selasa, so it means Tuesday food stall.
This little soubrette turned one-table pop-up restaurant isn't complete without one of the smallest kitchens in the world.
Our kitchen is very tiny. It's a love kitchen because just enough for 2 persons.
2 people might be a stretch. It's half the size of a broom closet, but it doesn't stop Dewi from whipping up classic Indonesian fare like gudeg and rendang ayam.
Just like the original.
Yummy. Before, there is non-Indonesian store. It's difficult to find the ingredient from Indonesia and we miss the community. If we have a store, the Indonesian people will come here and then we still can talk Indonesian language. That's our dream, and then now it's happened. I'm not a professional chef. I don't have any education chef background, so I just learned from my mom. In the restaurant, the chef always hide in the kitchen. I like talk with the customer when I serve the food, so we can sharing the story. They always say it, next week I have to come again.
Walking down this quiet street in Brooklyn, you'd never know that inside this building, within this tiny apartment, music is made. Meet Evan and Luke. They're longtime friends and roommates.
Evan and I have been living together here for, how many years have we been living together, man?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half.
And once a month, in only about 500 square feet, they manage to pile in up to 60 musicians for the ultimate recording session.
I think we should put 5 or 6 people in the bathroom.
For each arrangement, we record it in about 3 hours and post it online.
A lot of people's reactions are that it seems crazy, and it is crazy.
To pull this off, first, they have to uproot their humble abode.
Anything that is not involved in making music has to go.
We take all the furniture out, we take most of the doors off. It's just all about making as much room and as much sight lines as possible.
It really just looks like chaos. There's mic stands everywhere. The floor is littered with music stands.
I'm a little worried about this though. There's not a single inch to spare.
And that's because they make way for the strings, woodwinds, horns, percussion, and a full chorus. Yeah, that's a marimba in the kitchen. But why?
I wanted an opportunity to record a bunch of people at the same time. Luke wanted an opportunity to hear his arrangements played. And so we just invited a bunch of people over.
And although it seems unconventional, there's a reason for the madness.
We're trying to change the way that you might see an orchestra play. There is a special dynamic and a feeling in the room that you won't get in a recording studio or in a public venue.
It's this unique sound and sense of community that has attracted musicians from all over the country to participate.
There's definitely something really exciting about the idea that this shouldn't really be possible.
It's a really unique experience, and I think that people are drawn to that.
And so they keep at it.
It's a real kind of jarring, wonderful experience every time, and we love it.
And I bet the neighbors must love it too.
They're lucky they're good.
When I do my work, I want it to have this real visceral reaction.
whether it's bringing them to tears, whether it's inspiring them. I want to show the world that beauty and grace are not defined by status or race. My name is Aisha Ash, and through the use of ballet, I expose my community to more positive images of women of color.
That's where it all began. Wow. So this is it.
Aisha grew up in the inner city of Rochester, New York, where crime, gun violence, and poverty were amongst the biggest threats to the community.
For us, that's normal. That's just life in the hood. But what I remember the most is the dance studio. I started dancing altogether at the age of 5. A teacher mentioned to my mother that I had some promise in ballet and that it would be difficult for me as a woman of color to enter the ballet world.
But the adversity she faced was the very thing that pushed her to pursue a career in ballet. She went on to become one of the few women of color to ever grace the stages of New York City Ballet School of American Ballet.
I felt like my entire career was catching up. And then being a Black woman in the ballet world, I felt like I had to work twice as hard because of that as well. And there's so much negative stereotyping and misrepresentations of who we are perpetuated in the media. And so I began the Swan Dreams Project in 2011 through the use of imagery and my career as a ballet dancer. I challenge stereotypes that exist for women of color, particularly those from inner city communities. I didn't see anyone that had left the inner city of Rochester, New York, and come back here and sort of expose all of us to look what you can become, look what I went off to do.
Aisha put on her tutu, grabbed a photographer, and started making her way through the very streets where she grew up.
And it was very profound, the impact that I got back, especially from the people on the street.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
There was the one image that went viral of me with the little girls, and I just pulled them to the side, just started doing some ballet class. And that's when I realized I had something. This has to be bigger than this. And it began morphing and changing, and then people began asking for appearances.
Good job. Hey, what's next? Let me see you.
It's important that our girls see that side of themselves, because for many kids, it's hard to be what you can't see. I didn't see a Black ballerina before I decided that's what I wanted to be. It was really important for me to be in my environment, displaying that, because this is where I'm from. It was always beyond ballet.
A bird in New York City doesn't have it easy. Whether it's flying into a building, a car, a bicycle, dogs, pollution, lead poisoning. This is not nature's natural course. We have interfered with it. My name is Rita McMahon, and I'm the co-founder and director of the Wild Bird Fund, New York City's one and only wildlife rehabilitation center. We take in birds that anyone has found, and we do our best to make it whole so that it can go back to the wild. The atmosphere at the Wild Bird Fund is something of a three-ring circus. There's the ISO room, the waterfowl room, reception area, and downstairs is a whole nother thing. There are a couple of hundred birds down there. They may be flying around in the air as people are scurrying around, cleaning the cages, giving them meds, and feeding them. We deal with 135 different species. This past week, we had a Canada goose, 7 kestrels, a rowdy bunch of juvenile herring gulls. This year, 2016, we will treat well over 4,000 birds. By being in New York City, where the animal is found, we are able to save many more animals. They would die before they could get help in another state or another county. People can come to you via subway or bus, and they can get the animal to you faster. It's exciting. You never really know who's going to walk through that door or what they're holding in that box.
I was at my store and I saw the pigeon. I saw that he was like bleeding on the floor, like pretty bad. I didn't even know that they took in pigeons. It's okay.
Any animal that is picked up is in really bad shape. 50% will die or are euthanized. If we can reduce the suffering, that's a good thing too. But 50% go free. When the bird's better, you try to return it to where it came. If it's an adult bird, it might have family, friends, it knows where to live. The migratory birds, they're just passing through. You're really just trying to put them in a safe place so that they can continue their journey.